Happy New Year, everyone. I am so excited for 2018. I think this is going to be a great year. And I think it's going to hold a lot of creativity for people, a lot of transformation, and I'm here to help with that. So, what do we do in the new year? We set goals and dream up about things that we want to create for 2018. We start looking at what happened in 2017, what worked, what didn't. And if you're not doing that, I highly recommend that you do. And because what I'm going to share with you today is about to create intentions that work for you. So how to create those passions, what are you gonna focus on 2018? Because if you don't have something to focus on, you'll just let life get in your way. But if you focus on things and you put your intention out there that this is something that you're going to create, then you will create it. And I'm a pretty good manifester, and all of us are manifesting. It's just whether you're manifesting what you want or what you don't want, right? So if you look back at 2017, what did you keep your attention on most? And what was it that you manifested? And you can see that. And what is it that you didn't create for yourself in 2017, but you really want, but you didn't put your attention on? See, that'll show you. So I want to help you create your intentions and share what are intentions and why are they important and how to go about setting them and then living them, right? So intentions are powerful guideposts that bring you new experiences into your life. So it's like when I give the passion test, I ask people, what are your passions? And write down those things that really get you excited, that you really want to create now. So your intention could be a passion, it could be a goal, and it could just be a desire or a want. So it could be a goal would be to get healthier, to weigh a certain amount, to feel stronger and sexier and more vital, have more energy. A passion might be that you want to travel more. And so it would be, deciding where you want to travel or circumstances like that. And then desires, right, is like a passion or it's like a goal, but it might be that you want a really deeply loving, committed relationship. And so that's something. You might want to make more, you desire to have more money in your life, to have more of that will create more opportunities for you, that will help you experience life in the way that you're desiring to experience it. And so it might mean that that desire requires the goal of increasing your income or increasing your advantage, your career opportunities. So that's some of the differences. So those are the intentions, are what you're going after, what you want to draw to you, how you want to create your life. So think of yourself like a director of a movie, and your life is the movie, and you're the star in it. And you create the scenes, you write the script, you pull in people to act the parts. You do everything. You're the lighting, the set, everything. And so it's like, if you are that director of your life, what you're co-creating with Source or God or Buddha, whatever your beliefs are, right? That whoever you're creating with, co-creating with, right? You write that out, because if you just were a director and you name a movie, right, and you just tell the actors, okay, go You know, there's no script, there's nothing, you know, just go out and um, act, just do something, right? It's like there would be no direction. It would be a little chaotic. People would be reacting to each other. There would be no point, right? There would be no certain outcome. We wouldn't know what are we looking for, what is the struggle, what it, you know, it would just be all over the place. And that's what our lives get like. We get all over the place when we're not giving ourselves direction. When we don't have something to focus on, then we'll focus on everything. And that doesn't get us anywhere. And a lot of times that's where, like, I don't know where my time went today. I didn't get anything done today. I didn't get anything done this week. You know what? Last year I wanted to create this and this and this, and I wanted to go here and there, and I didn't do any of it. I haven't done anything. That's where a lot of people expect to be someplace different, but they don't do anything differently to get to that place. So what I'm sharing with you is to be a manifester, manifesting what it is that you really desire. You got to know what you desire, first of all, and then you got to put your attention on creating it. So here's the first thing I want you to do. So I want you to write down your intentions. So you can write down a lot. You can be 1, 2, 3. It can be simple. You can make this as detailed as you want. But I want you to write down what intentions, what is it that you want to desire. And you can, again, look at love, relationships, community, money, health, career, fun, your passions, your purpose, family, anything. You want to buy a home this year. And I want you to, the reason we write these down is because when you write something down, you're making it more real. And it's been proven that the things that you write down have more of a chance of becoming a reality than just holding them in your head and letting them just kind of fly in and fly out. You're non-directive, right? So you're writing something down with the intention that I'm going to create this, right? I'm going to create this. And what happens when you write that down, it reflects back to you and puts yourself in a future reality, like of you imagining you having or being or doing whatever that is that you write down, that intention. So if I write down that I want to build a house, right? I'm going to build a house, and there's a reaction that I have to that reflects back to me. It makes me feel like, woo, wow, oh my God, I get to design my whole house. I get to design everything in it. I get to pick it out. How exciting is that? And then it's like, well, so and then there's also feelings like, I don't know if I can do that. How would that happen? How am I going to do that? Right? All those questions and fears and doubts and excitement all get mixed together. We'll deal with that in a minute. But right now, I just want you to write it down. And it's important what we see comes out of those. But I just want you to write them down, and write down as many as you want, and like journal about it, and you go and change them later and everything. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Just write them down, and then what I want you to do after you write them down is I want you to and write down in present tense. I am in a loving, committed relationship. I am strong and vital and sexy. I am making $100,000 a year. I'm making $1 million a year, wherever you're at, right? I'm making 50,000, 75, whatever. Again, it's like what will really have you feeling excited about your life. That's the main thing that we're going for here, is that going for those things that have meaning, would fulfill you, would, that have a yearning for, a calling for, a passion for, feel purpose driven. But I want you to, I am basically, you know, you can, it can, but basically in the moment, I am intentions. I am making, I'm creating, I'm designing. And you can write in there emotions that come up as you're doing that too, if you like. But that's the first thing. Just keep them simple and write them out, and you can go back and rewrite them later. And just write a whole bunch of them down. And then the next thing that what I want you to pay attention to, that they're big and bold, right? Don't be shy. Don't let those doubts and fear, like, how can I build a house? I don't have enough money for that. How can, you know, nobody loves me. Everybody leaves me. Why would I want that? Why would I put that? I'm not going to put it down. I'm just going to get hurt, right? We talk ourselves out of these things. And I don't want you to talk yourself out. I don't want you to be shy. I don't want you about asking for, going big, you know, asking, like building a house from scratch, having, you know, making $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month, you know, building your own company, inventing something, writing a book, becoming a top speaker, becoming, you know, starting your own business, any of those things. Go for it. Just go for it, because if you get close, you know, even if you don't reach a certain point, or it's something else happens on the way of becoming that, of doing that, of creating that, you're going to have these wonderful experiences. You will always be led to where you're to go. As just start creating from one place and go ahead and keep it big, because even if you do half of that, woo, you know, it's more than where you're at now, right? So just imagine, let your imagination go. No boundaries, nothing, no boundaries. The only thing the boundaries I'm going to put on here for you, number one, is don't have anybody else in your intention here. Just create intentions for you. So if you want, so if it's like, if you want, you're with somebody now in a relationship and you are desiring a more creative, and you're like, you want to marry this guy, right? Or gal. And, but you, or at least that's what you feel now. You want more. You're wanting more. You're wanting a deeper relationship. You're wanting somebody that you can share your feelings with, and they share their feelings with you. You know, you want a rich, loving, conscious relationship. Don't put that person's name in it. Just say, I have a rich, loving, deep, fun, creative relationship, right? And because it might not be that person, right? And then it hangs it up, and then you get, you know, a lot of times people have their intentions too defined, saying how things have to come at you. Start saying the how and with the who's and all of that, instead of just like, what do you want to feel? Pay attention to what you're, you know, in that loving relationship, what is it that you are really desiring, right? So good communications, you know, attention, fun, you know, that, pay attention to that. And instead, don't put a name in there. And then also, like for money, right? So money, sometimes people get caught up, like, oh, that's too much, or I'm going to make money in order to, you know, buy my mom a car, or get my husband out of debt, and all of that. Don't, just get in the excitement of you making more money. Then it doesn't matter what you end up doing with it, right? You can still take care of those, but we don't know where other people are. And so, like, if you make an intention to create $10,000 in your life for you and somebody else, right? that somebody else might not be able to receive $5,000 or $10,000, right? If you're going to split it or whatever, they might not be able, that they might have money issues that wouldn't allow it to come in, and you don't. And now you have this person's energy that's in the way of the flow of the energy. So of being able to receive that money. So you kind of got an energetic disbalance there, imbalance. So just make them for you, okay? And then, so then let's think, oh, and yeah, I'm sorry. So pay attention to how you feel when you write this, when you write your intentions down. Pay attention to, when they're big too, no boundaries. How does it make you feel? Are you excited? Do you feel freedom? Do you feel joy? Are you scared to death? Do you feel anxious? Does it take you, like, oh my gosh, if I had that? Or, so just pay attention to that energy. So some of it, and I want you to, at each of your intentions, you can go into and you can imagine them. And you can imagine them happening for real, like it's a done deal. And it's already happened, right? When you write it down, it's almost like it's already happened. And so how would you feel, and how do you feel having that intention, right? How would you feel becoming a world-renowned speaker or a best-selling book author, right? And so so noticing how that feels, and then noticing what else gets reflected back with that, and remember the good energy, and when the other energy, right? So it's what do I want to say here? So when you connect with your intentions, there's most likely there'll be a real positive to it, but then after a few seconds, then the doubts and the fears will come up that have kept you from doing that, from being there already. So those doubts and those fears that come up are really the juicy spots where you're going to grow. And that's like, so if you're going to be a renowned speaker, and you have a fear of public speaking, then your work this year is to work on shrinking that fear and getting out and speaking, so it doesn't become such a big deal anymore. Putting yourself out there in ways. If it's writing a book, then it's like sitting down and writing, and getting over the fears of, oh my God, there's so many writers I know that are like, I can't write the book because then I'm going to become famous and then I won't have any privacy, and they have this whole story, right? So watch what your initial feelings, because it is a desire, there's a strong feeling there of really wanting to create this, of birthing this baby, of directing your life so that this turns out and you can have these experiences of traveling the world. So you've got to allow yourself to make enough money to buy tickets, or figure out ways of, maybe there's work that would take you to those places. But you got to let go of, like, I don't know how yet, and just say, this is what I want to do. And then letting go of the fears and the doubts and the worries. And again, there's some processing in that. I'm not just saying it's super easy, but it's noticing the stories and noticing that story is what's been holding me back. Or that story, or now I'm ready and the story's coming out. I can see if I hold on to this old story and it's just a story of my past conditionings, and this is my new reality of directing the movie. So what do we need to do? We need to edit the script of your movie to a new one where you now, as the star, have the confidence you know, you have confidence and you've done training and speaking now, and you have people standing up and clapping and they enjoy hearing you, and you are really inspired to get out there and share your message, and it's so exciting that your excitement about what it is that you get to share, it goes beyond your fear about being criticized. So see how it works. So you're gonna, as you go for those big things, you're going to, the things that are holding you back are going to be revealed, and they're not true. It's just you're seeing your conditioning, your programming, your what's in the script now, and that script can be rewritten and changed so that it supports you being in your new role, in your bigger role, in your right, so that you're the star of the show, and that you're creating all those wonderful things that you want to create in your life and experiences, and having those people, calling in the people and the community and the support and the love, and so that it's this wonderful flow of energy going out and flow of energy coming back in and supporting you. All right, so let me see, where are we next? I'm looking at my sheet here, just to remind me, to keep me focused. Right, okay, so then the next thing is, know that you're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be uncomfortable writing some of these down, going really big, and thinking about having those things you really desire and letting yourself go for them. It's going to be uncomfortable, number one, because it's new. You're creating something new, so you're going into that unknown territory, and it's uncomfortable because it's bringing up the old stories that somehow you might be not pretty enough, not smart enough, don't have enough money, don't know how to do that, nobody in my family's ever done that before, you know, all the excuses, all the stories, la 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 la. And so it's going to bring that up, and you're just going to have to realize, like, oh, that's the old story, that's not really who I am, and that's the old script. So let's rewrite the script for my part in this. Let's rewrite the script about who's going to play different parts in my movie. What are the type of people I want to be around? What are the environments like that I'm in? So just rewrite all of that, and then you start to live that. You start to make choices in that. You just start to realize, like, oh, when you get an opportunity, an opportunity to, like, okay, I'm going to schedule my intentions in my daily calendar to write. So I'm going to sit down and write every day, or I am every day I am going to sit down with my intentions, and I'm going to visualize them like they're real. I'm going to feel those feelings, the positive feelings. And then I'm going to hold on to those feelings, and I'm going to live my life from these higher feelings, not the feelings that I'm less than, or doubt, or worry, or fear. I'm going to live my life as if I'm already possessed, I've already created, I've already have achieved what it is that I want. So I'm excited, I feel more confident, I feel free, I'm so loving, you know, I'm grateful, appreciative, you know. So you're going to start, you're living from a higher energy, higher energy. That's something you should do every day around these. So, so what I'm talking about now is, so how do you create the intentions, right? I'm going to go through again. Create the intentions, make them big and bold, and don't pay attention to how you're feeling. Make them about you, not anybody else right now. I mean, right, so I explained that. Know that you're going to be uncomfortable. That's part of it. You're growing. You know, feel like it's like growing pains, right? So like a kid has growing pains. So you're going to have growing pains because you're going into a new place. You're creating something new in your life. You're kind of in that unknown. It's bringing up the old ways, old stories about how you don't feel enough to have, to receive, to create, and you can call bullshit on that. And then you're going to be generating those feelings. You're going to be living in the positive feelings of having those intentions, of creating those intentions, of being being the star in your movie. And so here are some ways, like I started to say, that you can do this. And you, after you write your intentions, then daily you do the visualization and the feelings. The feelings are so important, super important. Just live in those feelings. Even if you don't visualize it, but you want to be focused like where you're going, right? And if you need to, if you get really distracted, just do like 1 or 2 intentions and you can do this like every month, every 3 months, every 6 months, or for the year. So it might be you just pick 2 intentions or 1 intention right now of what you're going to, how you're going to move your life forward, how you're going to create more in your life, more of your desires. And if you can do more, then do more. But otherwise you can make it simple and just one thing, improving your health. A lot of times for finding love, finding that loving partner, the main thing you have to end up doing is falling in love with yourself. And when you can fall in love with yourself, then you can attract somebody who falls in love with you also, because now you can receive that love. When you're looking for it out here and you can't create it in here, you will never feel that somebody else can give you that love that you want. So that's part of what you have to learn, right? So when you go out, you're creating these intentions. You're always growing and doing things on a daily basis that is taking you closer and closer and closer. And so sometimes it's just the feelings. It's just allowing yourself to be excited, allowing yourself to not worry and to feel love, or to feel free, or to gratitude, feel appreciation. When you start living out of those energies, then it starts to help shift those old stories much quicker. And when you're in that new energy, so it's going to feel uncomfortable, even though it feels good. But a lot of times people get in that like, oh, this is too good, so something bad's going to happen, right? Another story. And or you just can't hold that vibration for a while. So you have to, it's like building muscles. As you keep doing it on a daily, your energy will raise, and you'll be able to hold for longer periods of time those higher vibrations. And as you start to do that, it starts to resonate with you, and it changes your vibe. So now all of a sudden you're living in more loving vibration. You're living in more peace or calm. You're living in a more heart-centered place. You're in more gratitude on a daily basis. And when you do that, it just starts drawing to you those different things. And as you focus on what you want, the flow becomes faster and faster. And you're just, all of a sudden, the things that you wanted start coming to you. All of a sudden, it's like it can feel very magical, but as you see, you're having to work. You're having to do your work to get yourself there. So another way is create a dream board. So put pictures up, or comments, phrases, do a painting, whatever it is that again, you are the director of your life, the producer of your life. So whatever would excite you and whatever visuals and whatever support or music. Again, visuals are good because the brain connects. A lot of us are very visual, so it's like you're not necessarily going to have words, but and that's why I say visualize also, because it creates feelings in your body. And every time you start to, again, those feelings are like turbo boosters for manifesting. And that's just like so so needed, and very, like, this is where a lot of people are missing out. They're just thinking their affirmation or intentions. They're just writing them out. They're not emotionally involved with it. They're writing things down that are, if you don't have a feeling about it, if you don't have excitement and you don't see it as a positive for you, don't write it down. Don't spend your time on things that aren't generating good energy for you, and those higher energies. Also, schedule in your daily schedule time, again, whether it's visualization and then taking action. Whether, do you need to take a course? Do you need to connect with certain people? Do you need to sign up for something? And do you need to join a community? Do you need to create a community? So there's all different things that you can do that can support you in this. And if you want any help, just feel free, call me for a discovery session, and I'll help you with this, and we can talk about it, and I'll help pull some things out and help you see how to move forward with your intentions. All right, so, and then the last part is you let it go. It's like, it isn't like there's like a dream, like you gotta be like all over it and it's really picky and this is what I want every day. And like when you're doing something, like you're afraid you won't get it, and so you're like, you keep paying attention to it, like it almost becomes like an addiction. You don't want to do that. It's just like, trust. Number one, you have the intention, you're putting it out there, you're living it every day. Just trust that source is going to work with you. That as you're changing your vibration, so you just got to think everything's in vibration, everything's in energy. So that's why if you don't have energy, then source isn't getting the message. There is not. So it's like your energy just keeps building, and you keep doing the work for that. That is like your thoughts, right? The intentions going out are like the messenger, and then the magnet is those feelings. So the magnet is starting to pull back to you. Your feelings that you have about that are pulling those things energetically back to you. So the thoughts go out, give the information, and then the feelings pull it back. So just send the thoughts out, live in the energy of the vibration, and then you don't have to worry about it. Just like, it's like you don't have to have your attention on it every moment. It's just let it go, let it be, and just play in the energy. Let me see if there's anything else. Raise your energy, schedule daily. And just, you can keep writing, or writing that. You can also write them down, like daily, write it, experience it, like you're writing the script again, right? If you love to write and journal, then write your script of your intention for the day. So you can do this on a daily basis too. So you can have the long-term thing, but you can do this as, just remember, every day, every second, you are directing. And I want you to know that you really are directing, and that you do influence your day. And so through these intentions, you can create that life that you desire, and have the things that you want, and live a meaningful and passionate and fulfilling life. So any questions, just check in with me at MarilynO'Malley.com, and I look forward to hearing some of your intentions if you want to share them, and I look forward to hearing that you accomplish them, and what incredible manifestors, positive manifestors, because you're manifesting all the time, whether it's what you want or whether you don't want. So focus on what you want versus just being in default and reliving your life like it's that movie Groundhog's Day over and over again. Be the director, be the star. It's your movie. How do you want it to go? How do you want to be in life? Because we all want to see you do that. We all want you happy. We all want everybody doing their thing because it all helps us be ourselves. Okay? All right. I want you to know that you guys are incredible, brilliant beings who are juicy, and you have every opportunity to create whatever it is that you really desire. And just takes one step at a time, continually moving forward and letting go of the old stories that are holding you back. But you are a bright star, and you have that energy. It's all, you know it. You know it. It's inside of you. You just let it come out and start trusting that you already have everything you need to be creating, to be directing, to be the star. Right? You have all of that already. To be the love, to be healthy, to be wealthy. And being wealthy is spiritual. Everything is spirit. Everything is creating. So don't think having things is not spiritual. It's not. I mean, it is having what you desire and being able to create that in whatever form it takes is very spiritual. All right. Blessings to all of you. Happy New Year. Hope 2018 is a wonderful year. And if you need any help, you know where to find me. Take care. Till we meet again.